other lies we tell ourselves. Have you ever answered, "I'm fine," when you were definitely not fine? Yeah, me too. Today we're talking about that, about the 3-second response we give to hide a hurricane of emotions, about the way we suppress, smile, and shrink instead of letting ourselves feel. Hey there, amazing person. I hope you're having an amazing day. If not, that's okay too. Welcome to the 8th episode of Keep Calm and Mental Health On. I'm Aditi Adiga, your host, and I'm so excited to have you here. It means a lot. So this episode, let's get into the truth behind "I'm fine" and why it might be the biggest lie we tell ourselves. Let's start with something simple. When was the last time someone asked, "How are you?" and you said, "I'm fine," but you weren't, not even close? Maybe you had a breakdown in your car 5 minutes before. Maybe you hadn't slept properly in 3 days. Maybe you were holding back tears because everything felt like too much, but you still said it. "I'm fine." Why? Because somewhere along the way, we learned that being not fine is inconvenient, uncomfortable, weak. So we swallow that truth and serve up something easier to digest. But that lie, it adds up. Every time we say, "I'm fine," when we're not, we disconnect from ourselves. We train our minds to ignore pain, and worse, we start to believe that no one wants to hear the truth anyway. And the truth is, we live in a culture that praises the mask. Smile through it. Keep it together. Be strong. Don't be dramatic. These are the messages we hear from childhood, at school, at home, online. Crying? That's embarrassing. Needing help? That's needy. Talking about your feelings, well, now that's oversharing. So instead, we numb, we distract, we scroll, we say we're okay. We bury our sadness under sarcasm. We laugh off the anxiety. We work ourselves to exhaustion just to avoid sitting with how we really feel. This is emotional suppression, and it's so normalized that we don't even recognize we're doing it. But suppressing emotions doesn't make them disappear. It just stores them for later. They always show up again, sometimes in ways we don't expect, like burnout, numbness, random irritability, or even physical sickness. Let's talk about what emotional suppression actually does to us. It isolates us. When we lie about how we feel, even to the people closest to us, we start to feel like no one really knows us, that we're carrying things alone, and that loneliness can become a heavy weight, messing with our mental health. When we don't process emotions, they pile up. That's where anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and even emotional exhaustion can creep in. And just a quick note, I am not a licensed mental health professional. I'm just a high school student sharing thoughts, research, and personal experiences around mental wellness. This podcast is for informational and inspirational purposes only. If you are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a trusted adult or a certified mental health professional. You're never alone. Continually saying that we're fine makes it harder to ask for help. If we pretend everything's okay for too long, we start to believe that we should be okay and that needing help is a flaw. The truth, being honest about your emotions is not weak. It's one of the strongest things you can do. Vulnerability isn't a flaw. It's a superpower. But before we can share that truth with others, we have to be honest with ourselves first. So here's the thing. "I'm fine" doesn't have to be the default. What if we start asking ourselves deeper questions? Not just, "How are you?" but what emotion is taking up the most space in me right now? What do I need today? Emotionally, mentally, physically? Where in my life am I pretending everything's okay when it's not? Self-awareness is like a flashlight. It helps us see what we've been avoiding, and it's the first step to healing. One practice I love: daily emotional check-ins. Try asking yourself these questions every evening or at another point in the day. Number 1, what did I feel most strongly today? Number 2, did I ignore any feelings or try to hide them? And number 3, did I give myself space to feel what I needed? Even just writing that down or saying it aloud can change the game. It builds a habit of honesty with yourself. So let's replace "I'm fine" with real words. So what do you say? Well, here are some alternatives that keep it real without feeling like oversharing. I've been better, but I'm managing. Or honestly, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. What about not the best day, but I appreciate you asking? Or lastly, I'm carrying a lot, but I'm trying to take care of myself. It's okay not to go into the details, but it's powerful to be real. And if someone asks how you are and you don't want to talk, that's okay too. You can say, "Thanks for checking in. I'm processing some things and not ready to talk yet." That's honesty and boundaries. Both are allowed. But let's be honest, vulnerability is scary. But it doesn't mean telling everyone everything. Start with your safe people, the ones who don't judge you, who hold space, and who listen more than they speak. And if you don't feel like you have someone like that right now, that's okay. Sometimes we have to be the first to model it. Try this. The next time you're with a friend, instead of small talk, ask, "What's something that's been on your mind a lot lately?" Or, "When was the last time you felt really seen?" These questions open doors. And sometimes by holding space for someone else, they'll start holding space for you too. Vulnerability is like a mirror. When we show up real, it invites others to do the same. Here's another approach that's helped me a lot: talking to your inner child. We all carry around younger versions of ourselves, and sometimes that part of us is the one whispering, "I'm fine," because we were taught to hide pain. But try this. Close your eyes, picture yourself at age 7. What did they need to hear? Maybe it's "You don't have to pretend anymore," or "It's okay to cry," "You're still loved," or even "I see you, I'm here for you." The more we reparent that part of ourselves, the easier it becomes to stop pretending we're okay when we're not. Let yourself be the first to say that you don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to be cheerful to be loved, and you don't have to be okay to be worthy. The truth is, growth happens in the messy middle, in the breakdowns and the breakthroughs, in the days where you cry on the floor and the days you finally feel peace again. Being real with yourself doesn't make life easier overnight, but it does make it more honest. And that honesty, that's where healing begins. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a quick practice and a journal prompt. The prompt is, when was the last time I said I'm fine? And what was I really feeling in that moment? Feel free to jot your thoughts down. In a practice, for the next 3 days, commit to checking in with yourself once a day. Set a 5-minute timer and ask yourself, what am I feeling? What do I need right now? And what would I say if I were being completely honest with myself? You might be surprised how much clarity you gain in just 5 minutes a day. So, next time someone asks, "How are you?" pause, take a breath, and ask yourself what's really true. Because you deserve to be known, not just for your smile or your strengths or your achievements, but for the whole of you, the messy, magical, real you. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Keep Calm and Mental Health On. We can be found on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio. So if this resonated with you, share it with a friend who might need to hear it. Next episode, we'll talk about the facets of people-pleasing and how it's not a personality trait, but something that can be worked on and that you can grow from. So until next time, stay kind to your mind and take care. Signing off with love and leaving you lots of positivity. This is Aditi reminding you to keep calm and mental health on.